Hey everyone, and welcome to the Deep Dive.
Yes, welcome.
Today we're going to be looking ahead
That's right.
to the future of travel,
To the future.
specifically what's predicted to be hot in 2025.
Yeah.
And our main source for this is a report
Yes.
from Intrepid Travel.
A great report this is.
And for those who don't know,
Yep.
Intrepid is a global adventure travel company
They really are.
known for their small group tours and sustainable travel practices. But what I found really intriguing about this report is that it kind of goes beyond just,
Right.
pretty places and Instagrammable destinations.
Absolutely.
It really digs into how travel is evolving
Yeah.
to be about unique experiences,
Yeah.
personal growth, and connecting with yourself and the world.
Yeah. It's not just about going to places.
Right.
It's about really having these transformative experiences.
Okay. So let's jump right in.
Let's do it.
The first trend they highlight is women-only wandering,
This one is big.
which seems to be exploding in popularity right now.
No, it is.
So more and more women are choosing to travel together.
For sure.
What's fueling this trend?
Well, it's not just about safety in numbers.
Right.
The report actually reveals that Intrepid's women-only expeditions grew by a whopping 37% in 2024.
Wow.
And these are trips that are designed by women,
Okay.
for women,
Yeah.
and often led by
Yeah.
local female
Makes
guides
sense.
who can offer these unique perspectives on the culture and maybe even the challenges that women face in their communities.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
I mean, you get to connect on a whole other level.
absolutely.
And speaking of connection,
Yeah.
the report mentions that 82%
82%.
of the women on these trips are solo travelers.
I know.
That's huge.
Yeah.
What do you think is driving that?
Well, I think it really speaks to a growing sense of empowerment
Okay.
among women.
Yeah.
They're feeling more confident to kind of travel alone.
Yeah.
But they still maybe want that safety and support
Right.
of a group and the shared experiences that you get
Makes sense.
from being with other women.
It's like they're creating their own third spaces
Oh, that's interesting.
on these trips.
Yeah.
You know those places where people naturally connect?
Yeah,
Like cafes and community centers?
like your local pub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which are kind of disappearing in a lot of ways
They are.
these days. So maybe these organized group trips are
Right.
filling that void,
Okay.
offering a space for genuine connection
Yeah.
in an increasingly digital world.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so let's move on to our next trend,
Okay.
which is not hot destinations.
Hmm.
The report calls these destination dupes.
Yeah, basically finding the indie band before they hit the mainstream.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's like finding those under-the-radar places
Yeah.
before they become
Before everybody knows about them.
overrun with tourists.
Yeah.
And it seems like this is becoming a huge priority for people
And-
as
yeah.
over-tourism becomes
The big part.
a bigger and bigger issue.
Yeah.
So why do you think people are gravitating
Yeah.
towards these not hot destinations?
Well, I think it's because people are craving those unique, less crowded places where they can truly immerse themselves in a destination.
It's about that feeling of discovery,
It is.
right? Like
Yeah.
when you find something new and exciting, and it hasn't been.
Yeah, and it hasn't been totally commercialized.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the report actually found that over 70% of Americans
Wow.
actively searched
That's a lot.
for these hidden gem destinations
Yeah.
in the summer of 2024,
So it's definitely a trend.
for sure.
Yeah.
So do you think airlines are catching on to this trend?
Well, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, you see United Airlines adding direct flights to places
Yeah.
like Greenland and Senegal.
Okay.
And they're even promoting it
Yeah.
by highlighting the contrast between Greenland,
Okay.
which had less than 150,000 visitors last year,
Wow.
and Iceland,
Yeah.
which had over 2 million.
That's a big difference.
It is.
So it seems like instead of following the well-worn tourist path,
Right.
people are branching out,
Yeah.
seeking adventure
Absolutely.
in these less explored corners of the world.
It's all about those authentic experiences.
And you know what's interesting?
Right.
This desire for authentic experiences
Yeah.
ties in perfectly with our next trend,
Okay.
which is friend trips.
Ooh. Tell me more.
So this is kind of like solo travel,
Okay.
but with a built-in social network.
Yeah.
It's about forging those genuine connections
Absolutely.
with like-minded people from
Yeah.
all walks of life.
It's pretty cool.
And I think this is especially appealing
Yeah.
to Gen Z and millennials
Those young folks.
who might be struggling to find those connections
Okay.
in their everyday lives.
In real life.
And get this.
Yeah.
The report mentions that Intrepid actually had to
Right.
raise the age limit on their young adult trips
Yeah.
to 35
Wow.
because so many people
Interesting.
in their early 30s wanted to join.
So it's not just for the 20-somethings anymore.
It seems like that desire for connection really transcends age.
It does.
Okay, so let's move on to our next trend,
Let's do it.
which focuses on families.
Okay.
It's called purposeful parenting.
Interesting.
And it's about families looking for more than just a vacation. They
Yeah.
want to give back,
Right.
learn, and grow together.
Okay.
So it's a shift away from just passive sightseeing
Yeah.
towards active engagement with the world.
Yeah.
It's about making memories that matter.
Absolutely.
And the report shows
Yeah.
that Intrepid's family tours grew by 20% globally last year,
That's a lot.
with a whopping 25% increase in the U.S.
Wow.
So these trips are structured in a way
Okay.
that allows children to make friends
Hmm.
while parents can relax
Yeah, that's
and
right.
enjoy the experience
So everybody wins.
without having to worry about all the logistics.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
it is.
And I think it really speaks to this desire
Yeah.
to instill values in their children,
Right.
like respect for different cultures and a sense of global citizenship.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to our final trend,
Okay.
which is back on track.
Interesting.
And this one is all about the resurgence of train travel.
Ooh. The romance of the rails.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think it goes beyond just the nostalgia.
I think so too.
Don't you?
Yeah.
It's about being present in the moment,
Right.
absorbing the passing landscapes,
Yeah.
and leaving a lighter footprint
Less of an impact.
on the planet.
Yes, definitely.
It's about reclaiming that lost art of slow travel,
Right.
where the journey itself
Yeah.
becomes part of the adventure. And
Yeah.
think about the stress relief.
Oh, yeah.
No airport security lines, no cramped airplane seats.
So much better.
You can stretch out,
Yeah.
relax, and
Yeah.
actually enjoy the scenery.
It's a different pace.
Right.
Like-
And while a train trip
Right.
might not always be practical, especially for those longer journeys.
Yeah, it can take a long time.
The report highlights that a whopping 87% of travelers
Right.
would consider alternative forms of transportation, like trains,
Okay.
to reduce their carbon footprint.
Yeah.
And 31% would even opt for a longer, slower route
Right.
if it meant lessening their environmental impact.
So people are really starting to prioritize sustainability
Yeah.
over convenience.
Which is really encouraging.
It is.
And Intrepid is even extending some of their tours by a day
Mhm.
to accommodate slower travel
Mm.
and reduce the overall carbon footprint.
That's pretty cool.
So it's great to see tour companies
That's just-
responding to these changing traveler preferences.
Yeah, for sure.
So we've covered a lot of ground here,
We have.
but it's clear that these trends are all pointing towards a more conscious
Yeah.
and fulfilling way
Yeah,
of experiencing the world.
absolutely.
And it's really exciting to see how
Yeah.
people are reshaping the way we travel.
That's pretty cool.
So we're going to take a quick pause here.
Oh, okay.
But when we come back,
Yeah.
we'll be discussing how you can incorporate these trends
I like it.
into your own travel plans.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
It's remarkable how interconnected these trends are.
Right.
There's a clear shift towards a more conscious and fulfilling way of experiencing the world.
It's like they all feed into each other. This desire for authentic experiences, genuine connections,
Right.
a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us.
For sure.
Like, take women-only wandering.
Yeah, a great example.
It's not just women traveling together.
No.
It's about fostering empowerment
Right.
and creating a space for shared experiences
Exactly.
that might not be possible in a mixed gender setting.
Yeah.
And it goes beyond just the destination.
Mhm.
It's about the transformation that happens
Right.
when you step outside your comfort zone,
Yeah.
connect with like-minded individuals,
Absolutely.
and gain a new perspective on the world.
For sure. And you see this with purposeful parenting, too.
Right.
Parents want their kids to experience the world
Yeah.
in a way that fosters empathy,
Yeah.
cultural understanding,
Right.
and maybe even inspires them to
Yeah.
make a positive impact.
It's about creating travel memories
Yeah.
that go beyond just amusement parks and souvenir shops.
I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's about those aha moments that shape who we are.
Absolutely.
And how we see the world.
For sure. And that connects with not hot destinations.
Totally.
Like rejecting the superficial Instagrammable travel.
Yeah.
In favor of something more authentic and enriching.
Swapping crowded tourist traps for hidden gems.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Trading staged photo ops for genuine interactions.
Yeah. And speaking of genuine interactions.
Oh, yeah.
What about friend trips?
Right.
So fascinating.
Yeah, it really speaks to the power of human connection.
It does.
How travel can facilitate these serendipitous encounters that can lead to lifelong friendships.
Absolutely.
I mean, it challenges that traditional notion of solo travel.
It does.
As being solitary.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
It reframes it as an opportunity to create your own community, your own tribe of like-minded adventurers.
Like you're choosing your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wonder if friend trips are filling a void in our increasingly digital world.
Interesting thought.
You know?
Yeah.
They provide that space for genuine connection and shared experiences that are becoming harder to find.
They are.
In our everyday lives.
Yeah, I mean, think about it.
Right.
The rise of remote work.
Yeah.
The decline of those traditional third spaces.
Exactly.
Are we using travel
to
reclaim that sense of community and belonging?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
And what about the environmental impact of all this globetrotting?
Right.
That's where Back on Track comes in.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
It's encouraging to see so many people prioritizing sustainable travel options.
Absolutely.
Like trains and buses.
For sure.
But I think it's more than just reducing our carbon footprint.
Okay.
It's a shift in mindset.
Right.
You know, it's about slowing down, appreciating the journey.
Absolutely.
And choosing to travel in a way that aligns with our values.
Yeah.
It's like saying, I'm not in a hurry to get there.
Right.
I want to savor every moment, connect with the people and places along the way.
For sure.
And leave a positive impact.
Yeah.
Wherever I go.
I think that sums it up perfectly.
It really does.
This evolving travel landscape.
Right.
It's about being more intentional.
Yeah.
More mindful.
More connected.
Yeah.
But how do we actually do it?
Yeah.
Where do we begin?
That's a great question. And I think it starts with that shift in mindset.
Right.
Instead of thinking, I want to go to, starting with, I want to experience.
I love that.
Right.
So instead of, I want to go to Italy, it becomes, I want to experience authentic Italian cooking in a local village.
Exactly.
And to find those not hot destinations.
Yeah.
What resources are out there?
Well, you got travel blogs, online forums, even social media groups dedicated to specific regions or interests.
So look for recommendations from people who have already been there.
Exactly.
And don't be afraid to ask questions.
Right.
Reach out to local tourism boards.
Yeah.
Connect with people who live in the region.
For sure.
Tap into that collective knowledge.
It's out there.
And for friend trips, there are so many tour operators that cater to solo travelers seeking those group experiences.
Absolutely.
Any advice on how to choose the right one?
Yeah. Do your research.
Okay.
Look for a company that aligns with your values.
Right.
Read reviews.
Okay.
And most importantly, choose an itinerary that excites you.
And friend trips aren't just for the younger crowd.
No, they're not.
Right.
No.
Solo travel at any age,
Absolutely.
It can lead to those amazing connections and enriching experiences.
Yeah, and for purposeful parenting, you've got tour operators specializing in ethical and sustainable family travel.
Any recommendations?
Yeah, G Adventures has a great family program. And then you've got Intrepid and Exodus Travels with itineraries focusing on cultural immersion, community engagement, responsible tourism.
But purposeful parenting doesn't have to be some elaborate international trip.
No.
Right.
No.
You can incorporate those principles into your local explorations.
Absolutely.
Volunteer in your community.
Right.
Visit local farms and markets.
Yeah.
Participate in cultural events.
Yeah.
So, Back on Track and that rail renaissance, how do we actually incorporate that into our travel plans?
We'll start by considering train travel.
Okay.
For shorter journeys.
Right.
Or as part of a larger itinerary.
Okay.
Explore those extensive rail networks in Europe and Asia.
Yeah.
You can hop from city to city at a leisurely pace.
And remember, slow travel doesn't have to be limited to trains.
No.
Think about local buses,
Right.
ferries,
Yeah.
bicycles,
Absolutely.
even walking tours. And don't underestimate unscheduled time. That's a good one. Right.
Yeah.
Build in some flexibility.
Right.
Allow for spontaneous detours.
Those are the best.
Right. Those unexpected encounters.
Absolutely.
That often lead to the most memorable experiences.
I love that.
You know, as we're talking, I'm realizing these trends aren't just about travel. They're about life.
That's true.
It's about being more present, more intentional, more connected to the world around us.
I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like travel's becoming this mirror reflecting our values and aspirations.
Interesting.
Individually and as a society, we're more conscious of our impact on the planet.
Right.
More aware of the need for connection and belonging.
Right.
And more discerning about the experiences we choose to invest in.
Right. Like we're saying, I don't just want to be a consumer.
Right.
I want to be a participant.
I love that.
I want to learn to grow, to connect, to make a difference.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
It's about embracing the transformative power of travel.
It is.
For ourselves and for the world.
And that brings us back to that question.
Right.
What kind of traveler do you want to be?
I love it.
Yeah. Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Yeah.
Remember, the future of travel is in our hands.
Let's make it count.
Let's do it.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. It's been a really insightful conversation about these 2025 travel trends.
Yeah, it has.
So for someone listening who is thinking, okay, I'm ready to embrace these.
Yeah.
Where do I even begin?
Well, you know, I think, as we mentioned earlier, it starts with that shift in mindset.
Right.
Instead of, I want to go, start with, I want to experience.
Right.
For example, instead of, I want to go to Italy.
Yeah.
It's, I want to experience the art of traditional pasta making.
Okay.
In a small Italian village.
I love that. So you're really focusing on the essence of the experience rather than just the destination.
Absolutely.
And this ties in with those not hot destinations.
Right.
So how do you even find those hidden gems?
Well, you know, start by tapping into resources like travel blogs, online forums, social media groups, dedicated to specific regions or interests.
Okay, so look for recommendations from people who've already been there. And don't be afraid to ask questions. You know, reach out to local tourism boards, connect with people who live in the region.
Yeah, tap into that.
Yeah.
Collective knowledge.
Now, for those friend trips, there are so many tour operators popping up.
There are.
That cater to solo travelers seeking these group experiences.
Yeah.
Any advice on how to choose the right one?
Yeah. I mean, do your research. Look for a company that aligns with your values and interests.
Right.
Read reviews from previous travelers.
Okay.
And most importantly, choose an itinerary that excites you.
And remember, friend trips aren't just for the younger crowd.
No, they're not.
They really offer a fantastic opportunity for solo travelers of any age.
Absolutely.
To connect with like-minded people.
Yeah.
Create those shared memories.
Yeah.
And experience the world in a whole new way.
For sure.
Now, for families looking to embrace purposeful parenting, there are some incredible tour operators out there.
There are.
Any recommendations?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So G Adventures has a fantastic family program.
Okay.
And then you've got companies like Intrepid and Exodus Travels that offer a wide range of family-friendly itineraries.
Okay.
Focusing on things like cultural immersion, community engagement, responsible tourism.
But purposeful parenting doesn't have to involve some elaborate international trip.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
You can incorporate these principles into your local explorations as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So look for opportunities to volunteer in your community.
Right.
Visit local farms and markets. Participate in cultural events.
Absolutely.
Now let's talk about that rail renaissance.
Okay.
Slow travel.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for those who want to incorporate that into their travel plans?
We'll start by considering train travel.
Okay.
For shorter journeys. Or maybe as part of a larger itinerary.
Okay.
Explore those extensive rail networks in Europe and Asia.
Yeah.
You can hop from city to city at a leisurely pace.
And remember, slow travel doesn't have to be limited to trains.
No.
You know, embrace those local buses, ferries, bicycles, walking tours.
Absolutely.
Really immerse yourself in the destination.
Yeah.
And don't underestimate the power of unscheduled time. right?
Yeah.
Build some flexibility into your itinerary.
Yeah.
Allow for spontaneous detours, those unexpected encounters that often lead to the most treasured travel memories.
I love that.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
what's the one takeaway you hope our listeners will remember?
Well, I think it boils down to this.
Okay.
The future of travel is in our hands.
Mm.
We need to make
Yeah.
those conscious choices
Right.
that align with our values,
Yeah.
our aspirations.
Our desire to connect
Yeah,
with the world in a meaningful and responsible way.
absolutely.
It's about moving beyond the superficial,
Yeah.
embracing the transformative power of travel,
Right.
being present, being curious,
Yeah.
being open to the unexpected.
I like that.
It's about recognizing that travel is not just a destination, but a journey
Right.
of self-discovery and growth.
Beautifully said.
And on that note,
Yeah.
we'd love to hear from you, our listeners.
Yeah.
What kind of travel experiences will you seek out in 2025 and beyond?
Yeah. Let us know in the comments below.
Until next time, keep exploring,
Yeah.
keep connecting,
Keep diving deep.
and we'll see you on the next deep dive.
Thank you for joining us on this journey through the future of travel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more insights and updates. Visit Tourism, Capturing the Scene of Knowledge, a comprehensive website delivering the latest travel trends and innovations. Accelerate your mastery of the tourism industry, all in one place. Navigate through a vast showcase of comprehensive business-oriented tourism content, 99% pure industry intelligence, and 1% academic, curated for discerning professionals. Why subscribe to Tourism? Capturing the Scene of Knowledge. Make informed decisions. Instantly access key reports and insights from top sources across the tourism industry. No research required. All in one place. Why split your attention? A single subscription gives you easy access to thousands of reports, videos, and infographics just as effortlessly as watching a 30-second ad. Save time with curated searches. Time is money. Let our subscription save you both by delivering valuable insights directly without the endless search. Until next time, happy travels.